Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. All right. This episode is brought to you by water, keeping humans alive since the beginning of time. So, shout out to water. All right. What's up, guys? All right. Let's get into it. All right, your boy's a little fired up tonight. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm feeling pretty good about like being alive and existing and so on and so forth. So, tell you what. Let me tell you what, boy. Let me tell you something. All right. This retention business is like better than any drug. It's better than sex. It's better than, I don't know, think of something good. It's better than that. All right. I just don't know what else to tell you anymore. Okay. I mean, God is great. God's the greatest thing there is. And that's basically the deal with retention, is because it brings you in contact with the Most High. Man, I can't really break it down any simpler than that. But I will tell you what, let me tell you something, boy. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be smooth sailing all the time. It's not going to be all well, there's no blowjobs, or there might be some rainbows. There's puppies, you still got like chocolate and watermelons and sunshine and exercise and laughter and like joy and like freedom, like liberation from the bondage of lust and addiction and being worried about what everybody thinks about you, and all of this nonsense that 99% of the population is basically shackled by. So I just don't know what's better than that, is like being a slave all your life and then all of a sudden finding out that you're totally free. Well, to a degree, because the Matrix is still a thing, and we do still have those pesky, psychopaths that are up to no good. But you know what, man, it's getting to a point for me on this journey where I just feel so connected to myself and to God. It almost doesn't matter what they're doing anymore. I used to be so worried about it. I used to be so concerned, oh, what if they do this? What if they do that? What if they crash the economy? What if they crash the dollar? What if they shut down the internet? What if they, what if they do? You know what I mean? I have a level of faith in God right now that's just unshakable, and a belief in myself that's unshakable. And I just know that God is in charge. Simply put, I don't know how else to break it down to you guys. I had doubts a lot of my life. Like, I was a believer. Like, it made sense to me. It made more sense to me that there was a God because of the tremendous amount of order in the universe. And I'm a very logical thinker. I really like logic and mathematics. And if things aren't logical, then I don't really know what to do with it. And so to me, it's really illogical, especially when you learn about the law of entropy. They tell you that the Big Bang is a thing, right? We all got here because out of nothingness, this infinitely dense particle exploded. And then there's this immutable law called entropy, which means that everything is always moving closer and closer to chaos all the time. Yet billions of years later, what do they say, 14 point something billion years later, here we are in a perfectly ordered world where the sun and the moon are the exact perfect distance apart to create an eclipse. And if the earth was any different distance, none of this would work. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was a kid, it's like, okay, well, obviously there's some intelligent creative force behind this, and it didn't just happen. you know. But even though I was able to sort of logically deduce that, I didn't really have that much of a personal relationship with that creator because I was too bogged down with bullshit. I was too much in bondage, and I was in various forms of spiritual death, and I was a simp in relationships, man. That was the biggest things. Like, as soon as I felt what a woman could do for me, I was like, it's just, oh, give me more of that. Don't ever, if this ever goes away, So it's like I give women all my power, and then they take it away, and I'm crushed. And then I'm like, oh God, I need something to ease the pain, I drink beer and I smoke weed, and then I'm just doing I mean, you guys, I don't even want to get into it. I went down some dark paths, all right? Again, shout out to water. That's like how I party these days. It's funny, man. It's funny. There's people out right now spending a lot of money to get drunk. And like, here I am alone in my room drinking water, just partying, just literally just having like the greatest time, you guys. But check it out. I don't want to make it sound like it's just like it's always like this, because I had a really weird day. I had like, you get these flatlines, man. You get these, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like this journey involves spiritual attacks, your confidence threatens people. There's that whole aspect of it. Women are going to be feeling you more than usual. And that's just this really bizarre experience because of the way that so many women are these days, where it's just like a lot of them refuse to make the first move because they're just too proud. But you can tell they're just like, they just want you to pursue them so bad, and you just won't. And then they kind of hate you for it. And it's the experience I'm having, where like a lot of these girls are like, I can tell, it's like almost like I can read their mind. They're like, man, I made it so clear, what the fuck? Like, why is this guy not, it's like they're fishing. It's like you're like a fish, and they're like throwing like the best bait out. They can see you swimming. They're like, all right, and you just won't bite. And they're like, furious. They just, it's like they walk away from the creek just upset, and they come back and there's like, that's that fish that wouldn't fucking bite, screw that fish. I get a lot of that. But I get like so much love too from especially old ladies, man. Old ladies love me. Like since going on retention, I've noticed like old ladies and dogs, people's pets just like love me. And that's always, and then the pet owners generally take that as a sign. It's like, oh, this guy's chill, and I've even had people like tell me, women in particular at places that I frequent, they're like, you just have such good energy. You just seem pure. And the thing is like, yeah, it's because I am. It's because I literally am. But it's not easy, man. Like there's temptations, and it gets to, like today was the day, man. And today was one of the hardest days actually I've had yet on the SR journey, just to be perfectly real with you guys. Like I've had a lot of grace periods with this thing where I'm like just cruising. I'm like, this really isn't even that hard. But then today I was like, damn, man, I was just having cravings. I was like craving all the wrong. I was like craving junk food and craving sex. Just craving. I just like want a woman, it's like, it's been so long. I just want that, but, talked to a homie who's also on SR, by the way. It's such a big deal. It's like a huge part of why I make these videos. It's like we really do need this community of support, and shout out to my tit light, so we really need this community around us and support each other, because there are days where it's difficult. It's very difficult, and it's very tempting to go back to the old ways. But I'm telling you guys, when you break through those like really hard days or hours, whatever it is, whatever length of time it is that's like difficult, when you push through, you come out the other side better, more free, more in your truth, you know, more connected to God, not to the tit on my ceiling, but to the Most High. I'm sorry, I'm such a goofy mood today. But it's real shit, you guys. It's real shit. So it's like, what a blessing to be out here in the Matrix where they're trying to depopulate and poison everybody. And I'm just sober and celibate and totally pure and able to just experience this like childlike joy. And yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I love y'all and this is too good to keep to myself. I would love to see more men shining, you guys. Be you, be true to you. Let your true character express itself, man. Like whatever you got something unique and something beautiful about you, and the world needs that. And you should share it with the world in whatever way you feel called to do. All right. The voices in your head that criticize and all of this stuff, just think of those as demonic interference. Okay. That's the enemy just trying to slow your roll. And you are a spiritual warrior out here. All right. Those things are to be just, you know, sometimes it's like that, you know, sometimes we got to be just like spiritual boxers, just like self-doubt. I'm like, get out of here, bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. I love you guys. Peace.